Hello everyone, hope all is well. Today I want to talk to you about the appraisal and how it relates to a seller's market. So in this market, you have sellers out there that are expecting the best offers they can get. The best offer they can get is an all-cash offer for top dollar with no contingencies. Obviously, not everybody has the cash to buy a $500,000 home. So a loan would need to come into play to help that buyer obtain a mortgage and pay for that property. So most lenders require an appraisal. The appraisal is there to protect the lender's interest in the property, to make sure that the property is worth what the lender's lending on it. The problem comes if the appraisal comes in below the contract sales price. If a buyer goes into a contract with no appraisal contingency, the buyer is responsible for any loss or any difference between a low appraisal and the contract sales price. So not only do they have to pay for the difference between a low appraisal and the contract sales price, but they still have to pay for their down payment and any closing costs. Now, there are some tricks that agents use to help give their buyers a competitive edge. One is that they have a statement that says, look, they're still going to have an appraisal contingency, but in the event of a low appraisal, the buyer's willing to pay X amount of dollars over that low appraisal. So this helps the buyer. It helps them feel comfortable that if it appraises, fantastic, you move forward, you bought the house. If the appraisal comes in low, you're buying it for the appraised value plus what you're offering them above. So it basically gives the buyer the idea of knowing their worst case scenario and helps the seller know that, look, if I don't get the contract sales price, I'm still getting above an appraised value or market value of the home. You also want to talk to your lender, because I'd say there's about a 50% chance that the lender is able to waive your appraisal. All depends upon down payment, all depends upon qualifications. So definitely talk to your lender and see if they offer the waiving of the appraisal. If you go in without an appraisal contingency at all, just know that there's a huge risk there in the event that the appraisal comes in low. Appraisers come in with different figures all the time, so you want to make sure that you are doing whatever you can to protect yourself. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And for everything real estate, get Goodman.